Hey family, MarshaunO here, your favorite life and relationship strategist, and you keep coming back to MarshaunO because you want to be a part of the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. Now, again, I am a life and relationship strategist, and I help women that are in long-term relationships or those people that are married to stop feeling unloved and disconnected from their spouse and lead them to feeling heard, understood, appreciated, all while creating the love and intimacy that she needs. Now, what we're going to talk about today, y'all? What we're going to talk about today? Today, we will be discussing, let's see. Are you really ready after that heartbreak? Like, really? Are you really ready to start dating? Are you really ready to get into your next relationship after the heartbreak? How much work have you actually done on yourself? Or are you really just trying to think that if you jump into the next relationship that it's going to be okay, that all of that junk, all of that baggage that you've been carrying around with you will not surface again? And I'm here to tell you, no, that's not the way to do it. You have to work on yourself. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot think that just because it has been years since you've dated that junk, that baggage is no longer there. Because if you have not been taking the time to understand you, if you have not been taking the time to work with someone like me to help you unearth all of that junk, to really figure out the why. Why am I showing up the way that I am? When and why has that critical voice been taking over me? Why do I feel like I just am unlovable? Why do I feel like I need to cling on whenever this person comes? Why do I feel like I have so much issues whenever he or she leaves out the door? Because really the underlying issue is you have abandonment issues. And so if you have not been doing the work on yourself, no matter how long you have been out of a relationship, maybe you're not ready for the next relationship. Because the thing is, we think that everything is going to be perfect, everything is going to be smooth sailing when we get into a relationship. But if you don't understand you, if you don't love you, if you don't appreciate you, if you don't know everything that you're looking for, and I use the word everything lightly because you're not going to know everything. But if you don't have a really good underlying definition of what you're looking for and who you are, then it's not going to matter. Because every time you get into a relationship, you're going to run that person away because you're not ready. That's it. You're not ready. And I'm going to give you a few things to think about. Am I ready for a next relationship? If you're a person that always shuts down, your feelings get hurt really quickly. You cannot take constructive criticism. And you just decide that I'm just going to shut down. I am going to basically, not answer my phone. I'm going to actually act like a child and throw in a temper tantrum. And I'm going to show him. I'm going to show her. You're not ready for a relationship. You're just not. Because the couples that have the extraordinary relationships, they don't shut down. They look this thing in the face and they deal with it. And if you're not ready to look this thing, i.e. issues, i.e. problems, i.e. things that just get under your skin, if you're not ready to look those things in the face and actually discuss these things with your partner, with your spouse, you're not ready for a relationship. Because it takes great responsibility to be in a healthy relationship, to be in the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. And if you're not ready to look these things in the face and actually deal with them and stop sweeping them under the rug, you're not ready for a relationship. If you are a person that becomes very argumentative about any and everything, you're not ready for a relationship. Because if you're not able to listen and hear and take in the things that you're doing wrong, the things that you're doing right, as well as the things that you need to continue to work on, and you're always, well, I did this because you did that, you're blaming. I did this because I only act like that when you know. Or just having to have the last word with everything. You're very argumentative. You're not ready to be in this next relationship. You're not. Another thing to think about. Do you run away? Are you a runner? Whenever there's something that goes bad, whenever there's something that doesn't go your way, whenever you're thinking like, this is too hard, this is too much, I can't deal with, and all of a sudden you literally turning your back and walking away, all because you can't take it, that really is showing the level of maturity that you have not reached yet. And I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to point some things out, some things that maybe you didn't even realize that you were going through, some things that your friends cannot articulate to you. I've seen it, been there, done that. I have never been a runner, but I have been in relationships with runners. So I can see it a mile away. I can tell you that you're a runner before you even realize that you're a runner. Anytime something goes bad, anytime something that it just doesn't go your way, this is too tough, all of a sudden you out the door. You ghosting people all the time, or stop answering the phone, stop answering the text, even stop answering the door if they happen to show up, which I don't recommend that, but that's a different story. The point is, you run away from any type of conflict instead of facing it head on, as I mentioned before. You're not ready for a real relationship, a long-term relationship, a relationship that's actually going to show, you know what, I've actually stood the test of time, and I'm glad that I did, because I love this person so much. I feel great being in this relationship, and I actually can be all of me with this person. The last thing I want you to think about is, maybe you're not ready for a true deep dive relationship if you no longer believe in love. Because yes, in the relationship, love is going to ebb and flow. It's going to ebb and flow because there are some annoyances that you have that your spouse has. There are some things that they're going to do that just, why in the hell do we got to have this conversation? That's the way you're feeling. Like, you're going to feel like they should be a mind reader, even though theoretically we know that nobody's a mind reader. We want you to be a mind reader. I don't feel like I should have to have this type of conversation with you. So why am I having this conversation? So if you no longer believe in love, that it exists, that it's not for you, it's for everybody else out there, then you're not ready to be in a relationship. You're not ready to jump in that next relationship because you're holding on to all of this stuff that broke your heart before. And all of this stuff does not have to come from a romantic relationship. Some of it could come from a romantic relationship, and then other pieces of it can come from sibling relationships, from parental relationships, just relationships throughout your life. You have trust issues with everybody. You're not ready for a relationship. You cannot articulate what you want your spouse or partner to hear, to truly hear what you're trying to say. You get frustrated really, really quickly. You get angry really, really quickly. And then you just give up really, really quickly. If that sounds like you and you need some help, reach out to me. Look down in the description box below and send me a message to my email address at MarshaunO@MarshaunOlanio.com, or you can go to www.MarshaunOlanio.com and sign up for your very own consultation, your 30-minute consultation with me. I am absolutely here for you to help you to reach that next level. And sometimes a way to do that is to get out of your own way. And while you're getting out of your own way, let somebody like me help you with the tools and strategies so you can be a part of the top 1% of couples that have extraordinary relationships. Invest in yourself, and you will be able to pass that along and create and break generational curses. You no longer have to hold on to these things. You no longer have to carry the weight of all of the junk that you've been receiving year after year after year after year. There is a way to love you. There is a way for you to stand up and believe you are worthy of the love, of the respect, of the joy. If you made it this far, give me a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. I love you guys, and there's nothing that you can do about it. I will see you in a future video. Bye now.